Hey guys, it's time to talk puppy setups, okay? I go on and on all the time on my socials about creating a Zen Den for your dog, creating a safe place where they can go and sleep and rest and eat their delicious food. Oh, Scout is ruining part of my demo. Thanks, mate. He's just run out with his lamb. That is one of his favorite toys. Excuse all the washing all over the house. His lamb is one of his favorite sleep toys. So that has just come out of the crate from his Zen Den. So I will show you that in a minute too, once he's stopped playing with it. But creating a Zen Den, creating a safe place for your dog is so important, especially for little puppies, right? It helps with the toilet training process, and it also helps your puppy to get things right. So they can't have free reign to the entire house when you're not watching them and chew and destroy things that they shouldn't. Okay, so the Zen Den is pretty much a safe place where your puppy is going to go and sleep and rest when you cannot be watching and cannot be supervising. It's also a great place to pop your puppy when you know that they're just overtired. How do you know when your puppy's overtired? Kind of like kids, they go a little hyper and a bit wild. With our puppy Scout, he play bites, sometimes like mouths, but when he's overtired, he will bite down hard. And you can tell it's like this erratic behavior, and he's just like gone from like wanting to just relax and settle to all of a sudden just being like, whoa. And in that moment, popping your puppy in their Zen Den isn't cruel, it's not mean. You're giving them what they need, and meeting their needs is so important. Puppies need 18 to 20 hours of sleep a day. That is huge. So we want to create a safe space for them. How do we do that? Number one, you can use a room in your house. If you have a laundry or a powder room, or, just a sort of a spare room that is safe. Some puppies like to be able to see the action. Some puppies can't settle when they're in the action. So as you can see, my Zen Den is set up in my living room. I'll give you my house is a bit of a mess, but it's literally in my living room, but it's behind the couch. So yeah, it is in the chaos, but it's not in the walkway of like people entering the house and that sort of thing. So it's in our busy area, but it's kind of tucked away. So it gives him the opportunity to be able to sleep and rest even when we are here. If I were to have popped it like right at the front there, that might be a bit tricky because everyone's sort of running up and down. So really think about where you're going to set this up. If you don't have a room, which we didn't really have a room to set it up, and I wanted my puppy to sort of be able to see the action, I do find that puppies often want to be able to see what's going on. So we got a playpen. A nice big one because we have a golden retriever. Little puppies might not need as big a space. Also, my puppy is quite large now. He's 14 weeks old and he is about 13 kilos. So this Zen Den has grown. When we set it up initially, when he was 8 weeks old, it was smaller, and I actually had a smaller crate. I have now upgraded my pen size and my crate size, and this is what he will use till he is fully grown. This is going to fit him when he's fully grown. I might be able to make the playpen a little bit larger as he gets a bit bigger, but yeah. So, playpen. I like playpens that have panels like this, right? I find the ones that have panels both ways, some clever puppies will work out how to climb it, okay? So this is a really, really good one. It's quite high, it's quite tall, and the gates are really narrow. So for those little pups, they're still not gonna be able to fit out of it, okay? I also love the fact that it's got a little bar on the floor, but not a step. I work with so many clients who have these big steps and the puppy's gotta work out how to get over the step to get in. Makes it much more tricky and a little bit scary too. So really, really factor what your playpen is going to look like and the access for the puppy to get in and out, because it's so important that it's easy, because we want our puppies to love their Zen Den. This is so important, okay? On the floor, it's on floorboards. So I wanted a waterproof mat. I think I bought that off Amazon. And the playpen, I think I bought off mycrazydeals.com or something like that. You can always message me as well if you want to know exactly. I've got the links to them. But yeah, so a waterproof mat on the floor, water bowl in there, and then I have set it up with his crate. Because he is in our living room, it's very light in here. So I have bought a cover for the crate. In the daytime, the crate stays open all the time. Puppy can go in and out as he pleases. At nighttime, we do close it because he loves being in there and it's really safe and cozy. But during the day, he often just chooses to go and sleep in there. Inside his crate is a bed. Don't buy an expensive dog bed for your new puppy. Some puppies will soil on there, hopefully not, and some will rip them up. So cheap is better at the start. As they are fully grown, you can spend a bit more money once they are more trustworthy. So I've got a little sort of warm mat on the floor in there. He's got his blanket. This is his blanket that came home with him from the breeder. So this smelt like his mum and his siblings when he came home. And as I said, on the floor, I have a waterproof mat. So lots and lots of trainers will recommend puppy pads or a fake grass little spot in here. That is totally up to you. Personally, I don't use them. I don't like them. For me, I wanted to train my puppy to toilet outside. So that meant me getting up overnight to take him out to the toilet when he wanted to go to the toilet. Depends on you and what you want to do, right? If you do not want to get up over the night, leave a fake grass patch or leave a puppy pad in your pen with the crate door open for them to be able to come in and out as they please and to be able to toilet in here. Same with when you go out during the day or when you're leaving your puppy in here. For me, my priority was teaching my puppy to go to the toilet outside right away. Did not want to encourage my puppy to pee inside. I have the luxury though of working from home, being in and out of the house frequently. So I didn't need to leave my puppy for extended periods of time. This is what's going on behind me. So I didn't need to leave my puppy for extended periods of time, which meant I could come home, take him out to the toilet. If you do have to leave your young puppy for a long period of time, don't highly recommend it, but if you do, then I do recommend getting puppy pads or the fake grass patch as well. It's not fair to expect them to be able to hold on in here for a long time. Do find puppy pads often lead to puppies ripping and shredding them because they think it's a fun game. So the fake grass patches are often a lot better. But if you are around and you are able to take your puppy out, try not to use them. You're going to toilet train your puppy so much faster if you want them to go outside, okay? Again, if you live in an apartment though, puppy pads or fake grass, absolutely fine. For me, didn't do it. And to be honest, Mr. Scout didn't have one accident. Did you, buddy? All of his toileting has gone outside, which has been amazing. And that has just been because I have been incredibly proactive. I have taken him out. He is easy to train, this dog, aren't you? I think knowing what you're doing from the beginning really, really helps. Okay, so someone just hit their head there. So that is my puppy's Zen Den, right? Playpen, crate, with a bed inside it, with some water. There's one toy in there, guys, one, right? I don't like to give my puppy so many toys at once. If I give him so many toys at once, he gets overstimulated. He doesn't know what to do. So put one toy in there, maybe two, and rotate. Then, how do we make this place a place that our puppy loves? Because that's what we want. We don't want this to be punishment. We want this to be a place where puppy goes to enjoy their favorite treats and to get rest and downtime. So we're going to pair the playpen and the crate with positive things. Stuff a delicious Kong. Get a licky mat. Get a snuffle mat. I don't feed my dogs in bowls ever. They're always fed in these really fun, enriching ways. And whenever I give my puppy a meal, he's in there. Initially, the first couple days of coming home, I didn't even bother closing the door, right? I wanted him to get used to going in there and wanting to go in there. If he chose to go in there on his own, I would randomly just drop a treat on the floor for him so that he got rewarded for choosing to be in there. After a few days of us bonding and he knowing that he was safe here, we slowly started to close the door. I think the first time that I did that, I was in there with him. So he got the feeling of what it felt like to be in there with the door closed, but knowing I was there. Then when I closed it without me in there, it was very short. I gave him his meal in a licky mat. Before he finished his licky mat, I opened the gate up again. What we need to teach our puppies is that when they're in their Zen dens, we're going to come back. And puppies and dogs are social beings. So they want to be with us. They want to be close to us. So we actually need to teach them how to be okay, not being close to us and not being attached to us all the time. So same goes with the crate as well. I didn't just close my puppy in the crate on the first night because he'd never been in a closed crate before. I had to sit next to him. We kept the door open. Oh, puppies. They're like, Mum, this is long enough, stop talking. All right, so we had to build up to them being okay with the separation and sitting there with them, opening, closing, teaching your dog to go in and out as well can be really helpful. So having food in your hand, luring them in, saying the word in, dropping a couple treats on the floor, then luring them and saying out, drop a couple treats on the floor, put going in and out of their Zen Den on cue, and that makes it more enjoyable for them, and so that you don't need to force them in there. Never want you forcing your puppy in there. I want you encouraging them in there. Use treats. Make the Zen Den the best place to be. It's going to help with toilet training, so your puppy's not having accidents all over the house. It's going to help to make sure your puppy's getting enough sleep. It's going to help so your puppy doesn't chew everything in the house that it shouldn't chew, and it's going to help you to manage your kids and dogs too. Zen Den has been our saving grace. Getting the Zen Den right from the start has been so key. So I highly recommend it. If you're having trouble with it, reach out. But this is a really, really beautiful, clean, easy setup, and it's worked really nicely for us. But yeah, reach out if you've got any questions, or if you need any help setting up your Zen Den, or you want to know where to put it. But yeah, have a great day, guys. See ya.